and the white handrails. Note the two green doors behind Barry. He turns, he hops over the bollard in the middle as they walk towards the shops. Here is the same scene today. Note the handrails, no longer white. If we pan round, there's the two green doors you just seen, and there's the same bollard, and that's where you see them walking towards the shops. Back to the town square, there's the fountain in the middle, along with the clock tower. They run up these steps onto the platform. There's the statue, that's called Joyride. And as they come round and sit on the railings, this is the same shot today. There's the clock tower and the fountain in the middle of the town square. The steps are no longer facing the fountain, they're now sideways on. As we come up the platform, there is the statue and they sit in that corner by the McDonald's M. Back to the film, here's that same scene. Note the boys in the background running along the rails. Here is that same shot today. The railings have been changed. The music for the film came from a number of people. Most of the tracks were recorded by Spencer Davis Group, and here they are performing in the main hall of Bowes Lime House. This is in St George's Way, just near the town centre, just across the road. This is the external shot of Bowes Lime House. Hasn't changed in all these years. Same as it was in the film is how it looks now. The infamous house where Mary, better known as Judy Geeson, lived, number 19 Whitney Drive in the Corries Mill area of Stevenage. The house there in 67, and this is how it looks now, and you'll see that it hasn't changed at all, apart from the colour of the garage door on the front. Apart from that, everything is identical. This is at the end of Whitney Drive. Here's a scene from the film. These three boys walk along. Let's just freeze this for a moment, and you'll see the two garages on the house in the background, and this is the same shot as it appears today. Different colour garages, but same shot. Back to the movie. Now the fence you see Barry hiding behind is no longer there. That's been removed. Note the house at the top of Whitney Drive with the purple garage. This is what it looks like today. The garage is now white, but everything else, I'm sure you'll agree, is identical. This is St George's Way in the town centre, and that is Southgate House, and at the bottom of that is what was used for the next scene. From the film is the Longship. It's a public house, a drinking den, and it was most famous for its decorative wall. Now, this had remained the same up until 2002. It looked identical. Unfortunately, the building was purchased by a developer who decided to knock out that wall. And as it appears today, it's actually a car park, as you can see in this shot here. So, totally defaced that. In 2002, this is what it looked like. And you can see it was identical. It was actually a nightclub there. And there's another angle of that. So even down to the paving, cobbles, everything remained the same. Nice shot here of Barry Evans running in the town square, running up the steps, running down the steps, slapping the statue. There's the large paved area. Nothing much has changed here in the town square. This is what it looks like today. There you can see the clock tower, the platform, the statue that he slaps, the steps that he runs down, and the large paved area. Number 300 Jessup Road, Pin Green area of Stevenage. Barry comes running out, jumps down the wall and under the bridge. Here it is today, number 300. You can see the difference being they put railings up, but there is the same pathway he ran down. Nice moment from the film here. This is Judy and Barry walking along in front of the statue, down those steps and down into the town square where the clock tower and the fountain sits. Today it's been modernised, just a raised platform, but the clock tower is still there. The clock tower was opened by the Queen in the mid-50s. The final location of this film, back to the town square, you see this tracking shot, the boys walking along. That building in the background is Barclays Bank, and it still remains a Barclays Bank even today. There they are walking towards the statue. This is the same tracking shot as it appears today. There's the bank in the background, the tracking shot that you saw in the film as they walk up towards the statue, which is the next scene in the film. There they are, they kiss the statue, the camera pans around and they sit down, and you see the town square in the background. Here it is, that same shot, it pans round. The bench no longer there, but the railings have changed, and there's the town square in the background. The church here, this is just off St George's Way, Cutty's Lane, and this is what it looks like today, just a little bit overgrown with the trees in front of it, but other than that, remains the same. As the boys come down, they're about to point out Diane Keane and Judy Geeson talking in this paved area. This is what it looked like in 1967, and in 2004 it looks like this. As you can see, nothing really has changed apart from the shops themselves. And on to the final scene in the film, and this is what the location looks like in 2004. That large building in the background is the council premises, and you see the bus depot where the buses pull out from the town square. This is it from the film. There's the buses pulling out, and you'll see there's the council building in the background. Hasn't changed at all in all these years, and this is the final scene from the film.